And we're back with you now on WZBN News. This is Mercer County Close-Up. We're at the tail end of November, which, those of you that did not know, it's Lung Cancer Awareness Month. And sad to say, but every year, give or take, we lose about 4,000 of our friends, family members, etc. here in New Jersey to lung cancer. And no, it's not just because we've got a lot of refineries up in North Jersey, but more than 80% of those lung cancer cases are smoking related. Well, we're trying to get you ushered into the new year, which will be here in a month, on a healthy note. Joining us to talk about smoking and also what you can do to really quit once and for all is the medical director of RWJ Hamilton's oncology department, someone who spent years of his career at the Cancer Institute of New Jersey's main campus in New Brunswick. He is now here in Hamilton. He's Dr. Biren Saraya. Dr. Saraya, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me here.
What sorts of efforts do you folks find yourselves carrying out to help people to stop smoking once and for all?
What we know, what works the best is first and foremost talking to patients, asking them how long they've been smoking, what they've tried in the past, what's worked, what hasn't worked. And then based on what their needs are, why they smoke, they can offer different programs. Sometimes it's just counseling, sometimes it's medications, sometimes combine both of them together.
Right. I mean, a lot of people have seen the movie The Insider, which talked about, smoking and its addictive nature. I mean, why, in your expert opinion, whether you agree or not, why do you think it is so hard for people to quit once and for all?
So there is some addictive properties, and that just is inherent in the smoking itself. The other thing is many people started this at a very young age, in teenage years. We know that more teenagers smoke than adults do, just in terms of percentages, how many people, 15-year-old versus 40-year-old. So as we grow, we stop smoking because as we realize, our brain realizes that this is not good for me. So that's a natural tendency. So we really have to look at what makes people smoke in the first place, and see how we can help them quit smoking.
Absolutely. I mean, one good case is longtime ABC News anchor Peter Jennings, who smoked for many years, stopped for a while, then on 9/11 smoked again. He admitted to that shortly before he died. Now, of course, that day, especially here in the Northeast, everyone's stress level was sky high. But do most people, in your opinion, start smoking? Is it to cure, like, anxiety, stress, a personal ill like that?
Many people feel that way, and some people that is the case. There's also this addiction really is a disease, and that is a huge aspect of it. I mean, I see patients with lung cancer every day. I saw a patient yesterday who smokes 3 packs a day, and I asked the question, well, tell me, how do you smoke? Well, first of all, it's just habit. I reach out of my pocket when I wake up, I pull it out, and smoke a lighter cigarette. I don't like it. I don't enjoy it. I know I have to quit, but I just can't do it.
Right. Now, also, since we are talking about folks locally, because Mercer County, I'm sure, will have some of these 4,000, give or take, victims of lung cancer who do lose their life to it. The state, in the opinion of a lot of people, does not spend the money it should on tobacco control. Now, you folks at the center at RWJ's oncology department, are you folks trying to work to improve this and hopefully get money raised for tobacco control?
Absolutely. Not just at Robert Wood Johnson in Hamilton, but also in New Brunswick and Cancer Institute of New Jersey in New Brunswick. With the university, UMDNJ, which is a state institution, I work with researchers and clinicians and to figure out how to best both raise money for research and treatments. For example, the cancer tobacco control program run by Dr. Michael Steinberg is one such example. So we're trying to get research money and also, writing to our assemblyman to increase funding for this.
Right.
We do have to spend money in prevention, so we don't have to spend money on treatment later on when patients actually are suffering.
Yeah. Some people may find it a bit ironic that, the smoking tax, which I think I mentioned is the 6th highest nationwide, in essence, raising the cigarette tax even higher may be the answer because some of that money that is drummed up can help pay for smoking cessation efforts, I understand?
That, and also as we raise $1 of taxes, 40% of the patients smoke. Of people, not patients, before they become patients.
Right.
So there is a financial incentive not to smoke, and maybe we can raise that. I raised that issue of increasing tax only if you're going to use that to pay for smoking cessation and not use for other things, roads and such that we may need. I think that raising tax on smokers should be helped to be used to help smokers quit, which is what they want to do in essence.
Yes. And I mean, at the center, you folks, there's obviously counseling that goes into it. Do you find, there's other treatments that people can buy over the counter, like, well, for years there's been nicotine patches, there's Nicorette gum, there's many things. Do you find that this is a good start for people? Does that eventually lead to helping them?
Absolutely. So it starts with first with motivation. Do they actually have the motivation for it? Many people can name a time and a date when they stopped smoking, when their last cigarette. And there's usually, someone got diagnosed with something important in their lifetime.
Yeah.
Or they make a commitment, and that starts with that. And you mentioned New Year coming up. Many people are going to have their resolutions. One could be, I'm going to quit smoking.
We hope so.
For my family and for myself. So having commitment is the first thing. Then the support, people around you. If there's husband and wife smoking, and husband wants to quit, and wife is smoking, it's going to be very hard for the husband.
Certainly.
So that's the other thing, commitment around the people. And then pharmacological things, so medication, whether it's patches, it helps some people.
Yeah.
The newer medication helps some people. Many people need follow-up with their doctors and need counseling because it's so hard to quit once you start. It's a habit that took years to develop.
Yeah.
It takes years to kick.
Certainly. If you need help with anything along the lines of smoking, if you smoke or if somebody very close to you does, please encourage them or yourself to visit websites like www.nj.quitnet.com. That's a great source for people to visit if they need help with this. You can also visit the hospital's website, and of course the center offers a lot of free everything from stress management classes at their wellness center on Quaker Bridge Road to a whole host of other things that Dr. Soraya has mentioned. We really do hope that you'll take it upon yourself to quit smoking once and for all. And there at the center, I know that you folks, you've been there, I guess, 6 months now, but you hope to keep the center going with all of its efforts to hopefully bring more people into the loop and get them to stop.
Absolutely. One of the things I want to do is I want to build a community-based program that says, we are here for Mercer County residents. We are local. We want to help live them well. I tell when patients come see me, I wish I didn't have a job. Because that means there was not enough cancer here.
Oh.
And that'd be good for me to have. I can find something else to do.
Great.
So I want to work with the community leaders and community to build preventive techniques and programs so that we don't have the cancer to fight with.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for your time, and we wish you folks all the very best over there. Dr. Biren Soraya, the medical director of the RWJ Oncology Department here in Hamilton, a veteran of the Cancer Institute of New Jersey at New Brunswick, has been with the Hamilton campus for about 6 months now and is looking forward to continuing the efforts. One more time, that website you can visit for help on quitting smoking, you or a loved one or whomever, www.nj.quitnet.com, spelled exactly like that. I'm Mark Fontes. Thanks so much for joining us on this Mercer County Close-Up. We'll see you again real soon.